ParishSoft, Connecting People and the Church. ParishSoft's Safe Environment Program, also called SEP, utilizes the data in your diocese's centralized database, allowing you to securely share, store, and retrieve data for purposes of safe environment. SEP utilizes two web-based applications to manage your safe environment data, the Connect Now Family Suite and ParishSoft Safe Environment Program Manager. In this training video, we will look at how to locate, review, and edit existing screening records in ParishSoft Safe Environment Program Manager. As the local level coordinator, you will want to monitor existing screenings within your organization for any impending expirations, as well as any outstanding data that may still need to be added on an individual. The Safe Environment Program Manager provides a user-friendly interface with easily identifiable status icons and standard reports to assist you in the monitoring process. You may also search the global system for a user applying for a position within your organization that may have already completed their screening at another location within the diocese. This will help reduce the cost and duplication of work while allowing you to manage your responsibility in maintaining a program, a safe environment within your organization. You will access the Safe Environment Program Manager using a web browser and a two-step login process. You will be sent an email with a server URL and a username and password to enter the Safe Environment server. You'll enter the URL in your web browser, enter the username and password, and click Login. This will take you to a secondary login screen for the actual Safe Environment Program Manager. Here, you will enter your username and password, which is the same username and password that you are going to use to access the Connect Now Family Suite module. Again, as a reminder, to log into the Safe Environment Program Manager portion of it, it is a two-step login process. The first one is you'll enter the URL for your background screening, Safe Environment portion of it, enter the server username and password supplied to you by the Office of Safe Environment, which will then take you to the Program Manager where you can log in using the same username and password that you log into the Connect Now Family Suite. I'm going to type my username and password, and then I click Login, and it takes me out to our secure site, which has all of the information for you on your safe environment screenings. After logging into the Safe Environment Program Manager, you come to the main screen. It'll open up and you can view all individuals within the diocese. You'll notice on this screen that there are 4 status icons that are showing. These are going to help you quickly identify screenings, individuals or screenings within your organization that need attention. There is a blue question mark icon, which indicates a pending or unknown status of a particular screening. A green check mark indicates all requirements have been completed successfully. A red X indicates at least one of the requirements will need further explanation from the Diocesan Safe Environment Office. And the final icon is a yellow shield that indicates to you that one or more requirements on that record are approaching expiration or have expired. So again, 4 icons. The blue question mark indicating a pending or an unknown status. A green check mark, which indicates all requirements have been completed. A red X, meaning that there is something that you'll need to contact the Office of Safe Environment about. And a yellow shield, which indicates that something is expired or pending and is approaching their expiration. To view just the individuals in your organization, you're going to click the drop-down under In Organization and choose your school or your parish, in this case a school. And I'm going to click Search. And the system will go out and only return those individuals within my organization or school. From this screen, I am able to actually access and open up information. So for an example, I see here that Jody Alberta has a question mark, which is indicating to me that there's something with a pending or an unknown status. I can click on Jody's name to actually open up Jody's record in the system, and I can see that it's her background check that has the question mark. If I click on the background check link here, it takes me to it and tells me that she has an unknown status. If she knows that she has completed the background check, or maybe I've already started the process of the background check, I can come in and I set the status to pending and in process. When I submit that, it's going to change her icon and update it for when I come back here onto the search screen. Actually, sorry, it doesn't change her icon because she's still pending and in process. If I come back and she has actually completed it, so she's completed it and we know that she's eligible, I'm going to click eligible. It automatically puts the completed on date. If the actual completed on date was earlier, I can click on the calendar icon and change the date to the correct completed on date. And because the background screening checks for teachers expire in 3 years, it automatically puts the expiration date in here. And you'll notice that now Jody has a green check where she formerly had a blue question mark. So she is eligible now. You can enter a note. You can also indicate the agency. So we know that screening 1 was who did the background screening. I can note that agency that has done that. I can enter a note. There may be something particular I need to note about this particular screening, and then go ahead and click Submit. This will update it across the entire diocesan database, as well as in your records. Now to get back to the list of all persons in my database, I'm going to go back and click the search. Even though I'm in a web browser, we recommend that you don't use the back button in your web browser, but instead use the search button to go back to your search screen. When I click back, it takes me search, and it's taken me back to all of the individuals in my parish. If I want to see everyone within the diocese, I'm going to go ahead and click search, and it will then return all of the SEP records within the diocese, and so that I can see at a glance who has been screened and who is eligible. So perhaps Beth Aaron from Blessed Sacrament has come in and I'm going to be hiring her as a new person. I can easily tell that, yes, she has been screened by Blessed Sacrament, and her records are, she's passed everything successfully, but she does have something coming up as an expiration. This at least lets me know where she is in the process. After I add her to my organization, I will then be able to go in and actually edit or view her information, the more detailed information. But from this screen, I can at least see that what her status is. I can only open those records that are associated with my organization. If you were the local level coordinator for more than one organization, you would have the option of 2. So in my example here, I am the local level coordinator for both the parish and the school, so I have the ability to switch between 2 organizations. Most of you will only have one organization listed and the all. So again, I'm going to search, and I'm going to return and back to just those that are in my organization. I can search for a specific individual because I have a long list of people here. So I am going to search for a new hire that I just put in. And we'll search for the last name of Stanton. And we'll notice that Chase comes up. He's a new teacher in the elementary school, and he has a status icon with a question mark, which indicates that he is pending or unknown, which all records that first come in, we get added, come in pending and unknown. I'm just going to click on his name to open up his record, and it will take me to his various screenings. I can click on the screenings that I want to update and do information, but all of them have come in as unknown. So if I know that I have a signed policy form from Chase, I click on the signed policy form. I can click. that he's eligible, enter whatever notes if I want, submit it, and then on the signed policy form for the questions, same thing. I can click on the next one, indicate that he's eligible because he has answered yes. So as long as he has answered no to the questions, to the policy form questions. If someone has answered a policy form question, that would mean that they have to have further, or there might be a reason to contact the Office of Safe Environment, you're going to mark that Contact Office of Safe Environment so that they were unable to answer that policy form question in the proper fashion. May not preclude them from volunteering or serving, but it does mean that there's something that needs to be contacted about the Office of Safe Environment from it. But again, assuming everyone has answered the questions accordingly, we're going to say that they're eligible, and we just continue to mark each one eligible. Click on the next one. Policy form question number 2, mark them eligible. And so forth all the way down the screen, all the way down. Once they've gone through and you have that process, you know that you've started. Again, I may have received the signed policy form, processed the background check, but I haven't received the information back from the background check. So I'm going to change the unknown to pending or in process. That lets me at least know when I come in and look at this record that I have started the process. I haven't gotten the results back from the screening one yet, but I know that I have submitted the background screening for this person. So submit. And then I'm going to come back here to my search screen, and then I can proceed on with my next person. I can clear my search results here, and I'll search again for everybody within my database. I can ask to return more than 50 records. The higher the number of records I ask to return, the longer it takes to return the search results. But you can choose based on your computer speed which one you would like. You also can search within your organization or within all the organization based on a position. So if you wanted to see all teachers, you could see all teachers. If you wanted to see all secretaries, you could see all secretaries. If you wanted to see everybody under the screening category of clergy, principal, and DREs, you could also do that. So you can search in a multitude of ways to be able to pull information up. So I'm only returning that particular information. I'm going to say all, and I'm going to choose, we'll say search again. So again, I have the ability to easily search and view information. As a reminder, we did a diocesan conversion for Wheeling Charleston and brought in about 18,000 historical records. Many of those records did not have a position. So those have come in under SEP to be determined. Their historical information is in the system. So if I click on Ted Allen, who came in as SEP to be determined, I can still see that we had information and we could validate every piece of information, and we know that his background check is expiring. So it brought in particular information about him. Now back in the Connect Now Family Suite under Manage Staff is where you would change that person's primary position. So if Ted Allen was, you knew that Ted Allen's position, new position, you want to update it, you need to update that in Connect Now Family Suite, then come into the program, Safe Environment Program Manager, and then you can update the remaining information for his background screening eligibility. Okay, again, always use the search button to go back and forth and update information. You can search by first name and last name. As indicated earlier, there are a number of reports that will help you manage your background screening. There's a screening expiration report, which will give you the screening expirations for the organization or organizations that you have. You just select the organization or control, use the control and click both of them. Click You can choose it by a date range, so I only want to see the expirations within a particular date range. I can choose to see only the most recent, or I can say show me all expirations. Click Preview Report, and the report will pop up. Likewise, there are reports for Check-in Complete. Works the same way. Select my organization or organization, click Preview Report, and the screen pops up a report for us to see. You will need to make sure that you have pop-up blockers disabled so that the screen will pop up. I'm going to go back. And here again, instead of using the back button, we always want to use back to report lists. You can get a report of the risk category requirements in here. The risk category requirements just tells you what's required based on whether they are a clergy, principal, teacher, DRE, or all other volunteers, employees. So just an easy glance for you to see that. You can also get a summary by your parish, so you can see a summary of all the screenings. You can see a training status by your parish to see who has met all the training requirements, and also a full status, which is going to give you all of the information on the screenings. So several reports here in the system that will allow you to easily help manage your data. Again, as a review, for the Safe Environment Program Manager, you are going to log in a two-step process. You first are going to log into the Safe Environment server, Wheeling Charleston server, with a username and password that will be supplied to you by the Office of Safe Environment. That login will take you over to, go back here, will take you back in actually to the Safe Environment Program Manager, which will give you a secondary login screen, and let me just show you that by clicking Log Off. That's what it will look like. You are going to log in here with your same username and password that you use to access the Connect Now Family Suite. This will open up all of the records in the Safe Environment database, the global database for Safe Environment. You'll be able to see statuses of anyone who is currently assigned to an organization and has screening statuses. You'll be able to see if they're eligible or not. You will be able to view the information in a deeper detail for your organization only by selecting your organization in the list and clicking search, and it will return only those in your organization. So if you need to know at a glance who's in compliance, you can come in, select your organization, come down and see that we can see that Jody Alberta, Kenneth Allen are both in compliance, and we can see Ted Allen has an expiration. We can see that Lori Applegarth has some reason we need to contact the Office of Safe Environment. So very easy to get it. I can see more detail by clicking on the person's name, pulling up their record, seeing the information, and if I need to update anything, simply can click on that information. So for someone who has a screening that has expired or is pending expiration, so we'll look at Ted Allen. So he's pending expiration or has an expiration. So I'm going to come in here to his background check. And when that populates up here, we'll see that what his expiration is. Yep, it's telling me that it was completed on October 2nd, 2007, and it expired 2012. So if Ted I need to start a new background screening for him, I can say I can click this little link that says click here if I'd like to renew it. And it will bring up the ability to start the process, and now I'm ready to add that new requirement. It lets me know that I also have a requirement in history as well. So very easily to renew the background screening. Currently in Wheeling Charleston, the only thing that expires is the background screening itself, so that will be the only thing that you'll have to renew in the system. Again, if you have any questions about statuses or questions in this with Safe Environment, please contact the Office of Safe Environment at the Diocese, and they will be happy to assist you. Thank you.